Now let's take the first bank example that we've been talking about and add a couple of new features to the model. And the same bank as before. Okay, now let's assume that we have two tellers. So teller window is going to have two units. And you can say, we'll have just one unit at capacity of two. That will work also, but the kind of reports that get generated would be slightly different. So we will use two units, and that way you will get statistics for each teller. Okay, if you use units equal to 1, capacity equal to 2, then you will not be able to differentiate between the two tellers in terms of uh, statistics that we gather. So, and we're going to assume that the arriving customers, okay, 40% of them is going to sit in a desk and fill out forms, some kind of form, some preparing before you join the queue to get service from the teller. All right, and that time to fill the forms takes anywhere between 2.5 or 5.5 minutes. So that means that we are assuming that it will be uniformly uh, distributed. So, so that's this distribution. So service time is uniform. Now uniform distribution in Pro model, you have to give the midpoint and then half range. So this is range of 3, okay, 2.5 to 5.5, 3. So half of that is 1.5. The midpoint between 2.5 and 5.5 is 4. So that's how you have that. Okay. Now then it also says assume total customers in the bank cannot exceed 13. Okay. All right. So why is that needed? Well, just a second. Now you have customers coming in, so we have to have a location where the customer will come in and then make a choice between going to uh, the queue, the teller line directly 60% of the time, or 40% of the time you go to a desk, fill out forms, and then join the queue. Okay, and there are two teller windows, so there can be two customers here. All right. So if the desk is full and teller is full, the entrance still has a capacity of 1. So a customer may come in here, and then only new customers will be prevented from coming into the system. So if that total number of customers here is supposed to be 13, so these three locations will account for 1 plus 7, 8 plus 2, 10. So that leaves 3. So that's the capacity we're going to use for desk. Okay, and this is what we need to set up in Pro Model. So we'll go to Pro Model. Okay, now I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is do a save as. Okay, and we'll do bank teller 2. Okay, and we're going to have some variations of 2. Uh, well, let's just say bank teller 2. Okay, so now we go to locations. Now we're going to need an entrance, and if you want an entrance, we'll use a building. Okay, so okay, and we'll call that entrance. Okay. Did I spell entrance correct? No. Entrance. Okay. Now, the ordering here does not matter. These are all objects. But if you wanted to arrange in the order in which customers will go through, so you can use these two. So move, and then click here, and then say move to. So then it will go there. Okay. And we need desk. Okay. So we'll call that desk. Okay, now we want desk capacity to be 3. Okay. And then we want teller units to be 2. Okay. All right. So now there is no change in entities, no change in arrival, no processing we have to change. And once again, the order doesn't matter, but we can move after creating the record, we can move it. So here, arrival, we have to make a change in arrival. So arrival, your location of arrival is not waiting line anymore, it is the entrance. Okay. So now double click, say customer. Okay. So location is entrance. All right. So here there is no operation. The output is customer. Okay. Destination can be either desk or waiting line. So waiting line, and it's a probability rule. So probability is 0.6. Okay. And then double click again, customer, and then we have desk, and probability is 0.4. All right. Okay, so now if you want to move this, you can say move, and move to, okay. All right, so then the customers moving to waiting line is fine, then waiting line to teller is fine too. Now we need to do routing for customers who go to desk. So customers in desk, now here we're going to say wait uniform 4, 1.5 minutes. Okay, and then output is customer, and the destination is waiting line. So that customer will join the waiting line. Okay, and then after that, of course, the waiting line to teller and so on. Okay, if you want to move this to right after the entrance, so it will be to be in the same, in the logical order. So we have moved to, all right. Okay, so let's save, and then simulation options. Okay, so no animation, same 2 hours of warm up, and then 2 runtime, 50 replications. So run. Okay, and we want to see the results. Now you see that we have a little more customers we are able to process. Okay, so get rid of that. And then entity states, the customers, okay, percentage in operation, percentage blocked. So percentage blocked is the waiting time. So you get blocked in the waiting line. So that has reduced quite a bit. And single capacity locations. So your entrance. So you have teller 1 and teller 2 separated, and then the teller station overall. So again, percentage operation, percentage idle, and so on. Okay, and here multi-capacity states. Okay, waiting line. So percentage of time is empty. So that's significantly increased because we have two tellers now. Okay, percentage occupied on the desk, percentage fully occupied, percentage occupied partially, and then percentage of time it's empty. Okay, and once again we can look at individual results, or we can export uh, here, export chart data all. Okay, so the second, and you have the so not that one, that one's old. Okay, so here are the statistics in Excel. So I have copy pasted these statistics. We'll look at that in just a second.